What's going? What's going? What's going?
We're celebrating anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure, yeah.
So, Sasha, inquiring minds. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. Where have you been all my life? Where have you been for the past 2 years, year and a half? What's been going on?
In the lands of Mordor. In Middle Earth. I've journeyed far. No. First of all, that song, that's one of the first songs Ginger and I used to do a long time ago. And that particular song, if you listen to the lyrics, and what I'm hoping that everybody will do is if you can hear, hopefully you can hear through the microphone of what's recording us, you can hear the lyrics, because there's a lot of content that I have gone through that I feel and I want to convey to you. And that song is great. It's like, I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I ask, what's going on? You know, like when you're dealing with something like this in your life, whether it's a chronic disease or you're dealing with, you know, whatever struggle or challenge or tribulation you have, there's a moment where you just let everything go. You just step outside, take a deep breath, and you go, that's it. I'm done. I don't know where I'm going, but I know where I've been is not what I can do anymore. And so I love this song because it's like this cathartic moment. And so hopefully this will be a series of cathartic moments. So where have I been? So last year in May, some people know that I was diagnosed with cervical cancer, and I was treated at that point in time. It was stage 3 at that point in time. And what that means is it's a pretty decent-sized tumor with metastasis to your local pelvis area. That was what I had. And then they treated that. It seemed to go away. And then in October, they scanned me last year, and it had metastasized to my lungs. And it was pinpoints. It wasn't, like lots of disease. And the reason I'm kind of going through this is because I had a friend call me today, and she said, oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you hurting? I heard cancer hurts. And I wanted to just explain to you that because of the holistic treatments that I'm receiving, because of the diet and the guidance from other people who've gone through this disease, I get to stand here today and not in pain. I have a really excellent daily way that I live, and that's all due to the people and the support in my life that have shown me how to do that. And so what I sit here with today is a second relapse in the lungs, two tumors that are in my left lung, and they are both about 1 centimeter. I've been doing about a month of what's called IV vitamin C, which is intravenous vitamin C, and we'll see when I go in for radiation next week to target those tumors. We'll see what that effect has had. At the very least, It's taken away any sort of feelings that I have in my body, feeling the tumors, and it's given me a huge amount of energy. So just want to kind of inform everybody that, you know, I'm getting the help that I need, and I know how to ask for help, and I appreciate all your support, and feel free to reach out to me. At one point in time when I first got diagnosed, it was incredibly difficult to share this with people. This was not something that I needed to make public. This was not something that I needed to shout to the hills about. The reason I'm doing this today is because the people in my life urged me to do this. They said, you need support, and we want to help you. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this because, you know, I've reached a point where I somehow want to leverage my vulnerabilities. This is a point in my life where I went from, I can handle this all by myself, to I need to recognize that I have a community around me that wants to support me. So I'm so happy to have arrived in that community. I'm so happy to have arrived in that community. And I'm so happy that that's been the product of this journey. And it hasn't been, you know, devastating consequences in ways that I've seen other people deal with. I've gone through my own journey through this, and I continue to go through it, but it is a journey, and I do believe there's a place of healing. Another thing is people ask about, cure. You know, they throw the word cure around a lot. And I have to tell you that cancer is a disease that is in remission, kind of like diabetes or like any other disease that's chronic, that you can live in a stasis for the rest of your life, but you always have to change everything about how you live to do that. So my goal is to get to that level, stay there, and continue to stay there for as long as I possibly can. And I think that's all we can do in life. That's all we can do, because this is not a permanent situation here.